Hi, it's Summer and this is my halfway to Halloween reading vlog. My friend Gwen from Lavender Mud on Instagram and Gwendolyn Kensinger on YouTube has a Patreon. I'm part of the Barn Owl tier, and when you're part of this tier you get access to a few extra things, and one of those extra things is readathons. I just wanted to start off the video by saying this Patreon is so fun, the Discord is so fun to participate in. She does reading sprints, book club, a traveling puzzle, and even like book exchanges and stuff. So if any of that sounds fun to you, I'm going to leave all of her links in the description. This readathon is happening starting tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern with some reading sprints. So starting tonight and going through, I think, all of tomorrow. So I think it's just like a 24-hour readathon. But I love the concept of this because I love Halloween, and it's fun to kind of have an excuse to read some of those types of books in like the spring and summertime. So there are some reading prompts and photo challenges for this readathon. The reading prompts are to read a book with witchy vibes, to read a book with orange and black on the cover, and to read a book that scares you or you think it will scare you. Also, the first photo prompt is to share a picture of your TBR. And I don't own one of the books that I'm going to be reading, so I thought I would just make like a little graphic in Canva. So this is what mine looks like. I'm going to be reading What You Gonna Do by Avery Flynn. This cover is so cute. I honestly don't know what it's about, but it's definitely giving witchy vibes. And then I'm going to be reading Smashed by Junji Ito. This is a story collection, an anthology of horror manga. So this fits the other two prompts, to have orange and black on the cover, and also to read something that is going to scare you. Because I read his other horror anthology called Shiver, and it was terrifying. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm excited to be scared. The first story is called Blood-Sucking Darkness, and this is what the cover page looks like. I have a feeling this is going to be a very fun time. In his last collection that I read, there were a few pages where he like purposefully placed illustrations to be a jump scare, and I'm hoping that there will be some of that in this one. I also decided to add this one on kind of last minute, but it's Hooky Volume 2 by Miriam Bonaster-Tur. I read Volume 1 of this back in October and loved it. It's about two twin witches, so witchy vibes, and it has orange and black on the cover, so it fits a couple different prompts. There's not really a whole lot that I can say about this one. It just follows the events that happened in the first volume. In the first volume, the twins go on kind of like an adventure because they miss the bus to magic school. They make some new friends and have a lot of like magical mishaps and stuff, and I'm just excited to continue in the series. The reading sprints to kick off the readathon start in about an hour, and Gwen actually invited me to be on the reading sprints, and I actually got a package in the mail just in time for all of that. I ordered some new Bluetooth headphones, and of course I had to get pink. But I got these so that I can hopefully use them to host my own reading sprints. To host them, I needed something that would connect to my computer back here, and my AirPods are trash and just like don't hold a charge anymore, so I needed new headphones or something. And it took a couple tries to get ones that actually worked well and that I liked. But these were literally like $20 from Amazon, and they work really well. And they're a cute color. I'm like 95% sure that they're going to work, but tonight is definitely going to be kind of like a trial run. So I'm really hoping that they work so that I can keep them and hopefully do some reading sprints on my own channel here pretty soon. But I think these are also just going to be so nice for when I'm a guest on other people's. I also have just wanted a pair of headphones for a long time too. I got some cheaper ones from Walmart. They're actually these ones. I got these for $15 and they work great. I honestly would have just like kept these if they had a microphone in them, but they don't. But I love these and I use them all the time. So it's kind of nice that I just kind of upgraded them. I was originally just gonna get like some little like earbuds or something to work, but they weren't working with my computer. But I also realized when I was trying to use them that my daith piercing kept getting in the way, and this is still kind of healing, so it's like a little bit irritated and hurts still. And then also the piece of jewelry just like gets in the way of the earbud, so this just works better anyway. But yeah, I'm excited to try these out tonight. I don't know which one of these books I'm going to start with. I have What You Gonna Do on audio, so I think I'm gonna listen to that maybe later tonight or tomorrow when I'm like doing things around the house. But tonight I definitely want to physically read something. I kind of want to start with Smashed, so we'll see if that changes when the reading sprints start. I jumped off of sprints about like an hour and a half to 2 hours ago to have dinner, but after that I sat down and finished this and it wasn't good. I'm giving it 2 stars because honestly it was just like boring and disjointed, and a lot of the stories just had like so much potential and they just fell flat. Also, this might have been like, it might have gotten a higher rating if I hadn't read Shiver first, because I read Shiver back in like October, I think, and it was just so much better. I gave that one 4 stars. It had way better, way scarier stories in it, and this one did have some really creepy imagery and creepy illustrations, but because the story itself and the plot wasn't there, the illustrations didn't have the same impact. Honestly, I just felt like a lot of it was kind of like silly and stupid. The last story in here that's called Smashed, that one was my favorite, and that one felt like it could have been a part of the Shiver anthology. Like, it was on par with those stories. I would say if you're new to Junji Ito and you're just starting out, I would say to maybe start with this one so that you can keep your expectations low, or maybe just skip this one altogether. Not a favorite, but at least I didn't pay full price for this. I actually got it from somebody used, and it was a quick read so that I didn't waste like too much time with it. I should probably keep reading and like pick something else to start, but honestly I kind of just want to keep playing Animal Crossing, so I think that's what I'm gonna do.
If only there was more Animal Crossing DLC.
I know. Travis is playing this game. What is it called again?
Mountain Blade 2. Mount and Blade 2.
It is like very detailed, and it's like a war, like conquering game, and I think it's probably one of like your favorite games that you've ever played.
Power couple.
Am I like zoomed in?
Power couple.
Power couple. Oh, cute.
Make that the thumbnail.
Happy day 2 of halfway to Halloween. I have not read anything else besides Smashed last night. I just got out of the shower, that's why my hair is looking like this. But so far today, Travis and I have just gone to his work for a second. He had to do something over there really quick, so I just went with him. And then we went and got lunch after at this cool like new Greek restaurant that's in town. We've gotten it a few times and we both really like it. I just get the kids meal. It's like a pita bread quesadilla with fries, and it's so good. And then on the way home from picking up food, we went by Swig, which is like a drink place in Utah, and I got a drink from there called a Loop-de-Loop. It's Sprite, and then it has like other like flavor syrups in there. I forgot which ones, but it's really good. And it's just kind of like a little like special treat drink. And then I also got a sugar cookie from there too, because one of the photo prompts I needed a treat for. Also, one of the photo prompts was to post like orange books. So I just kind of merged like the treat picture with the orange book picture and did both in the same one. This is how it turned out. It was super easy because I just have my whole entire bookcases already like color coordinated, so it was super nice. I didn't have to like make a mess to take the picture. During meals and stuff, Travis and I usually watch like a TV show or something, and our current anime that we're watching is called Buddy Daddies, but it's these two like hitmen that end up taking care of this little girl kind of on accident. And it is just like the cutest TV show ever. It's very like cozy and kind of like slice of life, but it also has like the comedy aspect and kind of like the action-y aspect because of the guys being hitmen. But it's so funny and cute and heartwarming, and I think the episode that we watched today was my favorite one that we watched so far. If you're a fan of Spy Family, I definitely think that you should give this one a try. So we watched that while we were having lunch, and then I took a shower, and now Travis is taking a nap, and I desperately need to do laundry. So I think that I'm going to start my next book on audio while I'm doing things around the house. So I'm going to be starting What You Gonna Do. Again, I love this cover. I was going to use my new headphones to like listen to this while I'm doing things around the house so that I don't make extra noise and keep Travis awake or something. And when I was about to go pick them up, I was like, oh, you know what, I should go like watch back the sprints that I was on last night and just see how the audio quality was with me like talking through them. And like Gwen and Lena said they could hear me when the stream first started, so I was like, okay, cool. But I went back to listen and like you can hear me, but it's not great. I feel like I'm just gonna send these ones back too. So if I'm gonna send them back, I don't want to like keep using them. So I was kind of sad about that because I was like excited to use my new headphones for like chores and stuff today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I probably just need to splurge and like get some actual nice headphones so that the microphone quality is better, but I was really hoping that these would work out. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to say in this update, so I'm going to get started on laundry. This is my first time trying to film in the car, so I'm sorry this is kind of a weird setup. My pop socket phone holder thing is not working very well with like horizontal, so we're doing this way. So just pretend like we're on like a FaceTime call or something, pretend that we're Marco Poloing each other. Right now I'm on my way to Allie's house. We're having a little girls night, so I'm really excited. We are probably just going to be talking about Throne of Glass the whole time because we're both currently rereading it. She's a lot farther than me. I think she's on the last book right now. I did just want to do like a little check-in so far with what's she gonna do. It's not great. It feels very cheesy in the writing style. It kind of like, is it called breaking the fourth wall when the characters are like talking to the reader? Because it does that. And I don't think that I'm a huge fan of that in books. I don't mind it in movies and TV shows as much, but in books, it's not my favorite. So far, it's about this character named Tilda, and it's dual POV with the male love interest. And they live in this like alternate United States. They're in Virginia, but magic is very prevalent in this universe. Like there are witches and goblins and all kinds of stuff. Having magic is more normal than not having magic, and the main character has been brought up her whole life knowing that she is the only one in her family without magic, and she's really trying to like find romance, so she goes to this like matchmaker who is also her godmother, and she keeps getting set up on these dates with her like arch nemesis. And this book is just like horny as fuck which I usually love spicy books, but this one is like almost just too much for me. It's so in your face. I kind of was wanting something a little bit more like the X-Hex, where the main character is like secretly a witch or something like that. And I mean, it's kind of my fault because I didn't read the synopsis or anything before going into this one. I think that I would be enjoying this one a lot more if it had a different author or like different writing, because it has chick lit, cheesy romance writing, but the world and the magic system is like kind of intense as far as like how much thought has gone into it and the rules and all that kind of stuff. And it sounds like the main problem that's happening is kind of an intense, big bad problem, not just a little magical rom-com problem. So like the stakes feel high, but the whole entire book just feels a little bit silly. So it's just like the tone isn't working for me, I guess. It's also a little bit cringe with some of the stuff that's mentioned. Like cringe in the same way that Zodiac Academy is cringe. Just kind of like weird fetish things that don't add anything to the story and that didn't need to be said. Right now I'm about a quarter of the way through the book, and I think that I'll probably give it until 50% to decide if I'm going to DNF it or not, but right now it's kind of feeling like a DNF. I'll definitely do an update at the 50% mark though and let you know what I'm thinking. Please ignore the fact that I am in the same clothes as yesterday. It's been a very chill, low-key weekend. Earlier today, I made it to the 63% mark in What You Gonna Do. And like, it still is giving the same things as yesterday, but also I'm listening to it on 2x speed, so it's going by really fast. Just intriguing enough that I'm like, well, I might as well finish it because I just happened to make it over halfway. So I'm about to go and try and tackle a huge pile of laundry, so I figured I might as well just listen to this a little bit longer. It still is just like really cheesy and silly and kind of cringe, but also with like this super serious side going on. It's kind of a mashup of Zodiac Academy and Crescent City, but not in a good way. It's like trying hard to be Crescent City, and then it throws in like the weird, cringe, awkward stuff of Zodiac Academy. And also, just like I said yesterday, like I'm basically just repeating everything I said yesterday, but the characters are ridiculously horny and it's too much. So I don't know why I'm gonna keep listening to it, because honestly it's probably just gonna be like a 3-star read, but I don't really have anything else that I like would really be listening to right now, so it's like might as well. And then sometime tonight, probably after dinner, I'm going to pick up Hooky. I know that technically the readathon ended yesterday, I think, but I think I'm just going to continue it through the rest of the weekend. I'm gonna go get started on laundry though, and I will update you on the book once I get a little bit further. Smell update. If I have to hear magic being described as smelling like buttered popcorn one more time, I'm gonna lose it. And Howell is helping me with the laundry. Hi, it is now Monday, and I did not read Hooky Volume 2 last night. I read a few pages and then was like, you know what, I'm just not feeling this, so I decided to finish the audiobook for What You Gonna Do instead. I'm giving that one a 2.5, kind of, oh, Marco wants to say hi. Whenever I sit here, he just climbs all over me. I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. Like maybe almost a 3. Like it was just meh. It was just okay. I just felt like it was trying to be too many things. You couldn't tell what the tone was. There was so much going on that it was hard to keep track of all the details of things. The stakes didn't feel high at all. The world itself just felt like very intense and like it had high stakes and a lot to worry about. But then the adventure and stuff that the characters were going on didn't feel high stakes at all. And they were resolved too easily. Some of it was resolved off page, which I thought was kind of a cop-out. It was just too easy and cheesy and cringe. I will say that the sex scenes I felt like were written pretty well. It had a cute cover. And I do think that the world and stuff was interesting. I just think that it needed somebody else to tell the story and write it. So pretty much just the same things that I've said throughout the rest of this video. I feel like this whole vlog has been very kind of not exciting. I didn't do anything this weekend and I only read 2 books to talk to you about, and I feel like I've just kept repeating myself, so I'm sorry if this is not the most exciting vlog ever, but I did want to film my experience with the Halfway to Halloween readathon and with these books and stuff. And I also just wanted to show support for Gwen and her Patreon because it's so much fun. So again, if you're not a patron already, you totally need to be. So I'm gonna leave everything in the description. Look at this guy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, leave some kind of Halloween emoji. Thank you so much for watching though, and I will see you in the next one.